Pisces, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you, and then we will focus on the upcoming events in your near future. All right, let's look into your messages. Wow. The Lovers, the Ace of Cups. Okay. Wow, Pisces, can we just end it at that? Like this, with Lovers, Judgment, that alone. It's such a beautiful message. And you have been getting some major beautiful cards lately. I can see that you are undergoing a major transformation in your life, which perhaps you're not perceiving yet. Something that has already started a long time ago, but that soon is going to start solidifying with concrete events. Now, these two cards together are truly beautiful and scary at the same time. This is a spiritual, powerful connection over here. A connection that can deeply transform the people involved in it and change everything in one's life, honestly. Just like two asteroids crashing into each other and forever changing their trajectory. This is a love that burns. This is a love that makes you fly, but a love that could take those wings away in 1 second, binding you to an eternal fall. I love that with water signs, I can really express myself with these sorts of images. I can do it with you only, because you are very emotional beings and you understand energies at a depth that other signs might not be able to. And that's a curse and a blessing, because sometimes understanding and feeling things for what they truly are can be very destructive. Sometimes not knowing certain things saves a lot of pain. And that's exactly how this situation feels like. A connection that, regardless when it happened, regardless of its past outcome or current dynamic, it's still very powerful in your life and energy sphere. And being in the past position, this might very well be that kind of connection that no matter how long ago it has happened, it still reverberates in your current environment. And for some of you, chances are that you were the one who decided to leave. Maybe you even had a good reason why to do so. But whoever did leave, now with the Judgment energy, they're looking back and wonder, did I move too soon? Did I make the right decision here? This is all about reevaluating past actions. This is an awakening, an overall awakening that maybe it's making you or the other person see this connection as soulmate connection for the first time. Something that you did not anticipate, but now that you have been apart, you truly realize how freaking beautiful this was. Maybe the person who has left, they have had other situations, other relationships, other connections and love interests. But every single time that they connect with someone, the first thing that comes to mind is, this new person is not my Pisces. No one can compare to you at this point. And the more they walk away from this connection, the more they realize that that's the case. And it's painful. It's hard. But if they're being honest to themselves with Judgment, then they can take that knowledge, that newly found awareness, and use it as a tool to get closer to something that perhaps, maybe, we'll see, still has some potential. Now, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords reversed. I see that this Ace of Swords is over analyzing this emotional energy that is contained into the Ace of Cups. Whether it was you or them, whoever left or caused the breakup right now has a need to understand why this connection still remains so strong. It doesn't make sense, right? This person hurt me. This person turned out to be someone very different from who I thought they were. And so what is keeping me so connected to this connection, this person, this energy? What is going on? Is it just a mean joke from the universe? Is it just unsolved business? Or maybe the two of you are not fully done yet. Why am I still thinking about this person? Why do I still want this person in this connection? There is still a lot of love here. Maybe even more than there was at the beginning of this connection. This person is thinking, I had you. I had everything. And look at me now. I feel so distant from what I really want and from my happiness that I cannot even describe how I feel right now. This really feels like a love that it's meant to be, regardless of where you are right now. And in a way, it's transforming into unconditional love. Someone who is starting to think, you know what, whether we are together or not, I'm going to love you either way. It's just something that I cannot control, and I don't sense it going anywhere, at least right now. And so Ace of Cups, wanting to solve issues, wanting perhaps forgiveness as well, but not knowing where to start from. Suppressing emotions because of fear of being hurt, fear of being vulnerable. And right here we see that with this Judgment card, they might start not loving themselves much because of them letting go of someone who was instead so special and they didn't even know it. Right here, I see that also you need to create some boundaries here, Pisces, because this is way too strong still. The more I look into it, the more I feel the weight of this energy on your shoulders. It's so strong that it can cause a blockage in your life, and not just in your love life, also in your career, in your social life, in everything that is important to you. Love will do that to you. But we see with this Ace of Swords, someone who is blocking their need to take action at the moment. As we were saying, they're frozen by fear of rejection. And this is a double-edged sword, obviously, and it can be used for good or bad. It can be used for them to just cut this rope, this invisible rope around them and come towards you, or instead push away the idea of doing this. Right here, this person, I feel like they needed to feel your loss in order to realize what they had. It was part of their internal journey, Pisces, and it sucks that it has impacted you negatively, but it is what it is. You felt it from the get-go because you are an intuitive sign, Pisces, with your water element, but they don't have this ability. This person was too full of themselves at first to see how precious and special this connection was. And they needed to lose you to see how badly they wanted to be with you. You knew how powerful this connection was from the beginning, whereas instead they needed more time. They needed to find themselves unable to move on, clinging to the past, clinging to you and to the memory of you, understanding that they will never feel the same. Wanting to go back home, to go back to you, and hopefully soon realizing that they have to take action. Now, in your near future, Seven of Cups and Hangman, we see here someone being very confused on what to do next. They They try to ignore their growing emotions and growing need to be with you again, to hear your voice again. But as we were saying, the more they ignore it, the louder it gets. You remember that movie, Bruce Almighty, with Jim Carrey, and there is a scene where he starts hearing the prayers of people and he tries to ignore it at first. The more he does, the louder those voices, those prayers get. That's exactly what we're seeing here. They are trying to find a way to come in, trust me, but with this Seven of Cups, they are almost looking for perfection. They are trying to find a balance in between being vulnerable but not being desperate. And they do not want to do anything wrong. They're afraid that the smallest mistake on their end, the wrong thing said, the wrong facial expression, might just make you block them forever, digitally and emotionally. Right now, they just need to go with their intuition. And they need to understand that if they want something, if they want someone, they gotta take a risk. And the Hangman right here suggests that important changes are coming up, but not yet. This is an intentional pause. Someone who's still focusing on reasons why not to come in at this time. They are physically constrained so that they can focus on the spiritual side of things. That constraint is really in their stomach. This is someone who's having pain in their stomach and is trying to reflect on what to do, on what they want. This is definitely talking about suspense, but it definitely leads to a new point of view. And when you have the new point of view, when they will have the new point of view, they will be able to come out of this moon energy, which is giving you confusion on what this person is feeling, thinking, and wanting to do. And it's going to finally take you both to a place of movement. What that movement will be about, we don't know yet. But it's definitely going to take you out of this limbo, the both of you. And it's going to either push you far from each other or pull you close together once again. And so let's look into the evolution of this energy. Will they find the courage to reach out? Will you hear from them? And how are they going to come in? Is this one of those beautiful connections that, although they were very impactful, they remain in your past, in your memory, and become a part of you for the rest of your life? Or is there more to come for the two of you? Let's keep looking into the upcoming messages for your near and distant future as well. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Pisces, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, 30-minute live reading. I send out emails to confirm every Monday morning. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. The bridging energy taking us from the current situation to the future situation is the Seven of Swords, but also this Knight of Wands fell on the table. And this is a very clear message right here for you. Also, this Nine of Pentacles definitely supports this message in itself. We see how someone right here, it's still trying to deny movement. It's still trying to pretend that they're fine, that this is just temporary and eventually it will go away. But we see how that energy is bound to evolve into this Knight of Wands and full energy. This is someone who eventually, one day, it's going to wake up and say, I cannot take it anymore. Enough. I need to go in. I need to take a risk. I need to try and act on my impulses, on my gut instinct. I don't believe that we are over, and I need to let my Pisces know. And so obviously you have a conversation coming in. A conversation that can actually be very beautiful and can bring happiness and balance back into your own environment, Pisces, regardless of what happens in between the two of you. But let's look into this. Let's see what this person is about to do in the near future as soon as they reach that breaking point where they realize that waiting, it's not going to take them anywhere. So let's see what they're about to do in the near future. Let's see what this conversation is going to be about. And let's see how this whole situation for you, Pisces, is going to evolve in the distant future. Let's start by clarifying the Knight of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. Look at this. I mean, this is clearly a breaking point right here. You see the difference in between what we have on this side of the reading and what we have on this side of the reading. And the differences are major. What you have coming up here, it's something very unexpected. First of all,